Alright folks, well, got my 1975 XLCH. We're going to go for a little ride, get some breakfast. There's a local place that serves beignets. They're alright, they're pretty decent. Kind of homemade style, but yeah man, let's go. Let's see. Oh yeah. Time to wake the neighbors up. I just filled her up. Yeah, I usually like to take the bike out, man. No more than no less than every 2 weeks. I take it for a ride. Go put 30 miles or something on her, you know. Keep her running. You know, things don't like to sit. Take her out. Get her all warmed up, man. I think I got this bike earlier this year. I bought it from a guy. He did what we call it? Did the engine rebuild and did the paint work. I went through and redid all the electrical. I put the hydraulic clutch on there. It works good. At least I don't have to deal with that whole, what do they call that, ball and ramp mechanism with the cable and all that good stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't have to worry about that no more. But, so far she's been good. I think about 750, almost 800 miles on her since after I did the rebuild. Well, since he did the rebuild. I got this bike just to have, you know, old classic. Old iron heads, they look cool. I mean, I see some that are pretty, like I guess, pretty original. To me, it seems a lot of them out there, they got their own, I guess, twist to them, you know. They've been through so many hands, I guess, over the years. This one here, and it was in pretty rough shape back in the day. I mean, just, you know, sitting around, you know. I think it had some other tank on it, and different handlebars and all that stuff, of course. Yeah, but yeah, guy Richard that did the work, he did a pretty good job, man. Real good job. Let's see. The controls are off of I think an early 90s Sportster. Like I said, when I went to I can't think of the name of it. The place, if you Google like iron head hydraulic clutch, it'll come up. It's like billet proof or something like that. They sell the kit for the hydraulic clutch and master cylinder kit. it's pricey, man, but I gotta tell you, I must have took the primary off like 3 different times, man, trying to deal with that damn the ball and ramp, and then I kind of realized, oh shit, the mechanism kind of wore out a little bit, and then I said screw it, man. I had the extra money, came in, and I just went ahead and did the upgrade, man. I said screw it, dude. I ain't never worrying about that crap again. Yeah, 75 XLCH 1000. It's got kickstart and electric start on it. I'll do a walk around in a little while when I get where I'm going. Like I said, I mean, I like the iron heads. They look cool. I mean, they're pretty easy to work on, man. I guess, I mean, this bike really had no sentimental value to me. I mean, I guess like everything, you get to a point to where I guess maybe some shit's not worth fixing no more. But so far, I mean, she's running good, and I'm gonna keep her running good until the time she seems fit to retire, man, I guess. But everything's been redone. It's like all new bearings and all that crap, and you know, piston rings, and everything's been gone through. So she should be good for a while, man. I mean, a long while. And I'm not out here flogging it and shit. I'm like right now, man, we're cruising 50 miles an hour. You know, oh yeah, that's something. I got this speedometer from, like, I don't know, it's like Revzilla, Dennis Kirk, one of them, JP Cycles or something. It works great. It's accurate too, man. You know, I clicked it at 50 and passed the speedo signs, you know, the police, you know, speeding deals, digital things, and it's like bam, right at 50. And I hooked my GPS on here one time, and yeah, it was spot on at 50. But most of the time, I'm cruising 45, 50 on these back roads. I'm trying to think which way I want to go, man. I guess we'll take her on a long run today, man. I could just take, this is US 98. I could take that. But, well, I had an extra 10 miles or something, you know what I mean? Yeah, let's add an extra 10 miles. Screw it, man. Like I said, once I got the bike, after the rebuild, I think I rode it maybe about 80 miles, 50 miles. I dumped the oil out, dumped the engine oil, primary oil out. Then I think I got to about 200 miles, 250 miles. I did it again. Get any kind of crap out of it, you know. And I mean, I would like, I have a hose I hook up to the oil tank so I can flush everything out the crankcase too, you know. I'm not just changing what's in the bucket on the side. Yeah, very minimum stuff, you know. I know I say a lot, but I'm thinking, I'm out here riding, paying attention to the road, you know. I ain't a professional YouTubers here. Like I say, yeah, I wired all the electrical. Well, let's go back to the engine. Yeah, I did all that. When the clutch lever mechanism was giving me, you know, I didn't, you know, giving me crap a little bit. I didn't know, you know, the condition of the clutch, it was brand new or whatever, or what, you know. He said he changed it, but hey, you know, I just wanted to check. And to get my own experience, man, I pulled the clutch disc out and I looked, they're all good. But anyway, I put some new, I don't know if it's Baxter or whatever the popular clutch company is. I put some better clutch disc in there. And I put a new spring just to make sure everything was new bolts that hold the plate on. I got the clutch tamer. That works great too, man. Especially with this. I talked to, I emailed back and forth the guy from Ironhead Cycles. He does a lot of Ironhead Cycle rebuilds. And I asked him about this hydraulic clutch, before I bought it. And he said it worked great. And he said make sure you use the clutch tamer, which that was actually, is in there. And yeah, man, it's been flawless, man. This hydraulic clutch. And it just screws right where that side cap is. You would normally adjust your clutch on this Ironhead. It screws, it bolts right into there, man. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Engine, man. She's pretty solid. I really haven't had much leakage or anything like that anywhere. All the gaskets are good. That's a minor. You'll start seeing like a little drop on the form sometimes somewhere along the primary, but then it's like I wipe it off and then it's like, and then it never comes back. So all right, electrical. The electrical, like when I got it, it was basically a toggle switch with a circuit breaker, and you pretty much had to just what do they call it, jump a wire from the starter solenoid to the battery, and it started up. I went ahead and I wired it for turn signals. It had a tail light and a headlight over there would come on, and that was it. No, it was the brake light and the headlight. That was it. So I wired it. It's got tail light, brake light, headlights work, blinkers work. I got an ignition switch. I got a waterproof relay for the what do they call it, for the starter on itself, and then I got one for all the accessory powers and shit. So that was pretty neat. I spent probably, man, I spent the whole weekend, man. It was like the middle of June out in my garage down here, hot, man, wiring that. And then since then I went back again and kind of trimmed up and cleaned up the wires just a little bit more, because I only got so much room to work with under the seat. So what I did was I had all my my grounds. I got a bus bar. I got all my grounds going to that, which is grounded, and I got all my my positive wires going to another little bus bar. Everything's weatherproof, terminated or whatever, and it makes it real easy too. So say if I have a problem, electrical problem, I can take off my seat and then I pull these two little bus bars out, and actually there's enough slack on it to where you can it lays outside of the bike, you know what I mean, off to the side. So that way you can do all your troubleshooting from the side of the bike, man. It just kind of pulls right out, and you can look at your positive and negatives, and you're good to go, man. You don't have to do any crazy reaching in and trying to mess with shit down behind the battery. This one's got the big battery. I mean, I'll tell you, I'm no expert on these bikes and stuff, and I've seen different variations of shit. It's got the big man pajama battery, and I don't know if it's like the kidney bean or whatever, oil tank on the side. I've seen some XLCHs with the, I guess, lunchbox, oil tank. So I don't know if it's period correct or whatever, but I don't know. That's how he put it together. I like it. It's different. I'm gonna stop. I think up here there's a park. I'll stop and do a walk around, but and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I like how it's set up. I like having that big oil tank on the side. I think it's cool. The kickstart works. I got bad knees. I kickstart this thing one time, and I'm like, you know what? I'm 50 years old. My right knee shot the shit anyway. I was like, I'll go ahead and turn the key. You know what I mean? But man, this is why I bought this bike right here. I live down on the Gulf Coast, and Sunday morning ride, man, to get some beignets, man. This is the shit. In my opinion, this is my, like, I don't know, my therapy, man. This is what makes me happy, man. It's awesome, man. Get on a 50-year-old bike, man, and just like cruise. Let's see. But yeah, I like how the bike looks, man. It's some of the stuff like the weatherproofing or weather stripping shit, heat shrink, whatever you want to call it. I'm not finished with it. Everything's kind of like not final. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't want to sit there and kind of heat shrink shit down when if I gotta move some stuff around, you know. I got these little Chinese LED lights up here. They're kind of modern. They stay white, and then, you know, turn orange and you have the turn signal. And I got some Chinese little LED red ones in the back. But I don't know, man. I was gonna do some kind of like turn signals for it, like this year bike. But they're like, I think they're like $200, man, $250 for a set from like 50 cycles or something. And I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, I think at the time, I was like, I took that 50 and 250 and I put towards this. You know, when I ride this bike, it's like out here, man. So I really wasn't concerned about spending a fortune on turn signals. Yeah, man, she runs great, man. Real good. But I just wanted an old bike that I could ride on the weekends, you know, sometimes. So I got my modern bikes. I got a Street Glide, and I got a Vespa, 300cc Vespa that I ride a lot. But just something, man, that's got character, pretty cool. Parts are everywhere. I mean, you can get lots of parts, you know, on the internet. They're pretty easy to find. Manuals, you know, everywhere. But I mean, there's some stuff you can fix until you get to a point where you can't fix it no more. And sometimes you got to ask yourself, is it, you know, is it worth the fixing? You can go pick up another iron head and grab the engine off of that one, or do what you want to do, or ride another one before you I don't want to basically I don't want to throw a couple of grand in this. I'm not going to do that. There's nothing special about it. The engine and frame bit numbers match. They're good. I know I'm just rambling shit off the top of my head. Alright, here we got the park right here. We'll stop at the park real quick. Let's do a quick walk around. So there she is, man. I don't have a name for her. I don't know. I like it. There's a hydraulic clutch right there, the little thing coming out. I got the cable coming around, wrapped around, coming up. I don't know. It's got kind of a Mad Max vibe, I guess. Ignition. I got the little meter deal from my USB power hooked up to the battery tender. That's mainly so I can really see the voltage coming off my generator. These lights work. They're wired right. Generator, oil pressure, they work great. The old pizza cutter, or pizza pie looking slice thing, brake caliper. Horn works. See, those are my little lights. My little turn signal lights. Speedo. I don't know. I'm still working on this, man. I got my throttle cables coming down. I got my speedo cable. And then I got my brake. I don't know. I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do with this. But I kind of don't give a shit. You know what I mean? It works. That's it, man. I mean, there she is. I got a little oil on this because of I changed my oil, burned off the wraps. It's got the self-oiler, kickstart. I need to get a new timing cover plate. The Chinese or whoever sent me that, the one that's on crooked. So, well, I might find a #1 sticker and put it on there. But like I said, yeah, I see some of them that have the lunchbox oil box. This is the bean one. I don't know if maybe they changed things up certain years or what, or if this is just a different mount setup how Richard did it. I never did ask. I think this is off like an 80 something model, the fender thing here, but it looks good. I don't give a shit. Decals. Yeah, man. Drum brakes. Oh, they're like Shinko tires, man. They're all right for what I'm doing. But that's it, man. That's old XLCH, man. Like I said, man, I got my, the little turn signals here. I don't know. See, it's in pretty good shape for being like damn 50 years old. Alright. Oh yeah, this Chinese Super E carburetor, man. They work good, dude. Work real damn good. I have no problems, man. That thing was like, Richard got like 80 bucks. He got like, it was like 80 bucks, 90 bucks off of Amazon. Met it, and I mean, no, honestly, man, I have no problems starting or running this bike with that $80 Chinese carburetor. I mean, some shit, Chinese shit's stupid, but whoop, bombed out. Man, the transmission, it's I'll go back to that. The $80 carburetor, man, it works great. I mean, you go get a S&S Super E carb for this, man. You're probably looking maybe $500-600 or something. At Chinese, I mean, shit, the Chinese, man, they got millions of bikes riding around. They're all carbureted. So the son of a bitch has got to be able to build a damn carburetor. You know what I mean? That's it. I'm so used to shifting on my my street glide, and so the second gear I got to make sure I pull it all the way up. But yeah, man, transmission's great. I mean, shit. I don't know. I'm happy with it, man. She's broke in. I try to take care of her. Hopefully she takes care of me out here. But like I said in the beginning of the video, I probably said about 10 times, I just got this bike to do some riding in the morning. And we'll get some breakfast and coffee sometimes. All warmed up now, man. Let's go look at it, man. Get her up to 60 this morning. guess I hope you enjoyed the ride. I mean, old bikes are nice. It's good to keep them on the road. I mean, they don't have the acceleration and the braking and some of the handling and stuff that's like a modern bike, but they got personality, they got a character to them. So. Kind of reminds you what a machine feels like, you know? Like something, not just a bunch of computers and robots made, you know, something that a bunch of guys made, you know, molding stuff and cut things down and shaping things and put things together, you know. I'm glad I'm able to, I guess, you know, blessed enough to live in an area where I can come and ride like this, you know, not too much traffic. You know, I come out of my subdivision and, you know, I can pick up some state and U.S. highways. I'm not, you know, I used to live in New Orleans, man, and that was always a bitch. You know, you got to play Frogger for 50 miles, 40 miles so we can get out on a decent road where people weren't trying to run your ass over. A lot of people, you know, they don't want to mess with these bikes. I think a lot of people just want to hop on and go. Because, I mean, that's the convenience about a newer bike. I mean, with some oil changes and, you know, maybe some valve adjustments and some minor maintenance here and there, you know. You get 100,000 miles, you know. You get 100,000 miles on this, but man, it's gonna, hey, you're gonna put some sweat into it. For a ride to breakfast, man. We've already ridden 18 miles since this morning. So it's a good little trek over to get some coffee, you know. get a view, side view. I don't have no camera sticky. I make these videos, me going on rides and stuff. I think just so something like my kids and my grandkids can, you know, they can always go to look on YouTube and they can find me, you know, when I'm gone, you know. They can be like, oh, holy shit, man, I was grandpa back in the day, you know. Well, belly's full. Heading home.